Edition of Leadership Dialogue Podcast. I'm Chiko Dinaka Dili. Well, the news on the death of the former Nigerian head of state and president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, elected in 2015, sent shockwaves through the spine of not a few Nigerians. Well, his death came as a shock to many persons, particularly those who are close to the family. However, the death of late President Muhammadu Buhari also opened up a new set of conversation surrounding his legacy, what the future holds, and his political stewardship to Nigerians. For many, it could be that Nigerians never understood the man called President Muhammadu Buhari. But under his time as a military head of state, he was seen as strict, he was seen as determined, he was seen as a no-nonsense man, quotes and unquotes. But in his time, as a democratically elected president, there were some skirmishes here and there. For so many, what they expected of him during that period wasn't what they eventually got. But what remained important to not a few persons is that he governed Nigeria. And to some extent, he also brought about some changes into the socio-economic space of Nigeria, so to speak. Well, we shall be delving into the life and times of the man, late President Muhammadu Buhari, his legacy, and what lessons future leaders in Nigeria could draw out of him. Well, I have in the studio, I call him a doctor of jurisprudence. He is a lawyer. He is a political analyst too. Well, he's a man with many feathers. He's someone who has also worked in different spaces, talked on different forums, understand the nitty-gritty of what leadership comes with, especially when it is surrounded with democracy and how democracy could lead to an eventual development in a country. He is Barrister Maxwell Obara. Good to have you join us.
It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Absolutely.
Thank you, viewers.
Thank you too. Well, we will be speaking with Barrister Obara after this break. To stay.
At LJE Nigeria, we are committed to ensuring justice, equality, and accountability. Reporting a violation helps us to protect rights and uphold transparency. In this short guide, we'll walk you through how to report a violation on our website. Simply start by visiting our website at www.ljenigeria.org. From the home page, locate the Report a Violation option in the main menu at the top. Once you're on the Report a Violation page, you'll be prompted to select the type of violation you are reporting. This helps us categorize your report for faster and more effective handling. Next, fill in your details. It is essential to provide accurate and clear information so that we can follow up effectively. Once you have completed the form, simply click Submit. You'll receive a confirmation message that your report has been successfully submitted. Your report will be reviewed by a dedicated team of experts and will treat all reports with the utmost confidentiality and work diligently to ensure a thorough investigation. If you have any question or need assistance during the reporting process, please don't hesitate to reach out to us through our contact page. Together, we can make a difference. Visit www.ljenigeria.org to report any violation and join us in upholding justice and accountability.
Well, Dr. Maxwell Obara is still here in the studio, and of course, he will be taking us through the life and times, the legacy of the late president of Nigeria, the man who was elected with nothing less than 12 million votes at the first instance? Well, he's here in the studio. We shall hear from him what he feels should be lessons drawn out of the stewardship of the late President Muhammadu Buhari. Well, good to have you again join us.
It's my pleasure once again.
Yeah, to just start the conversation, how would you describe the man, late President Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, President Muhammad Buhari is somebody God has shown favor and mercy when it comes to leadership. One, it's not as if that is so much intelligent, it's not as if that is educated, but he was there in the military, he was former governor of a good Borno State, chairman PTF, former head of state, and two-time democratically elected president of Nigeria. So whom God has shown favor. And in all those things God showed him, he never used it to affect life. Coming to Daura, I know that anybody from Daura, I think Daura is not a region, like you say, Southeast region. Daura should be a local government, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You shouldn't see any poor person in Daura. I'm not talking about Castina as a whole. I'm not even talking about Northern region. In Daura, you shouldn't see anybody, uneducated person in Daura, considering the position he has acquired. That's why when he died, people of Daura were jubilating. We saw it in the social media, jubilating that their own son, whom they're supposed to be crying. I could remember one man in my place, they called Professor Onwale, former Vice Chancellor of Futu. When the man died in Dana Airline, the entire Mbise nation, Mbise consists of 3 local governments in Imo State, where the man came from. We are mourning this man. Tomorrow they are still mourning the man because of the legacy the man left behind. Now, coming to Nigeria, Buhari is not unfair to this country. What Buhari did to this country, Nigeria will never come out of it in the next 50 years.
But if I may take you back, you have just said that at the time of his death, rather than mourning, what we saw in Daura, the hometown of the late president,
jubilation,
were countless jubilations
Yes.
from the inhabitants.
Yes.
Is that to say that in spite of this, because the truth is, not everyone will like you. So are you insinuating that he was never liked at all? Because for some persons, the same man was able to create some, consciousness in the minds of Nigerians, particularly when he was a military head of state, that not a few persons feel no other person can replicate as of today.
He was not the first military head of state, for goodness sake. I was small. I think I should be 3 or 4 years when Dinka brutally assassinated Murtala Mohammed. But I was told that people were crying. People were crying. People from the southeast were crying because of the death of Murtala. I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. This is a military head of state. When this man died, people were crying. I could remember when Abacha died, people were jubilating. When Yaradua died, people were crying. I was in Enugu then. I could remember that particular day. When they say, such a good man, such a good man, such a good man. Why? When Buhari died, if you should watch the atmosphere, the people that we are happy, if we have 70% of people in Nigeria were happy. That is just it. Nobody was even interested in what I'm even talking about. Some say that is a belated destiny. Check in various platforms. There is no sympathy. There is no sort of, apart from those whom joined him in destroying this country, who benefited in his corrupt leadership, who benefited in his despotic, tyrannic government. Now, it is a message to everybody. Madam Chikode, any place you are in this studio, when they look at that Chikode has not been coming, people here should feel your impact. From the security to the cameraman to your colleagues, those you are working with. That's what makes you a human being. When you assume power, and the people that you are governed are protesting, instead of you to address the issue, you go and recruit those whom you weaponize, who became mentally poor as a result of your bad leadership, who don't even know their left and right. You now go and give them sharp objects, dangerous weapon, to go and attack the other citizens who are protesting for good governance. When some persons were...
Can you situate this as...
Yes, NSAS. People are saying, look at what is happening. These people you call SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, are no longer addressing the issue of anti-robbery, which was the primary motive of establishing them. They are now attacking innocent Nigerians. Look at what they have. Look at what they have. Please, NSAS. From there, they raise some other issues of concern. We are talking about youth. You never said, how do we do this thing? My youth, can you just give me, let me hear you.
So you feel like the late president never dropped the part of the military part of him, even when he came into a democratic space.
He brought out the evil aspect of him. You ask the military to go and shoot them at Lekki Gate. I participated in Essence protest. I know what we passed through. There in Cuba, you gave them, the people that you gave Daga to come and stab us are those who don't even know what we are even protesting. They don't even know that we are even protesting for their own betterment.
Allegedly, you mean? Because I'm sure the president never came down from left
no, it's not allegedly,
villa
for goodness sake. It is there now. You directed the then Inspector General of Police. They were using police vehicle to convert them there in Apu. We saw them. The what do you call it? The bad governance. This thing we did the other day. Did you see what happened? The point I'm making is that the President Buhari is a cause to this country than to be a blessing.
That's such a harsh
and
word
they will
to
prove
use.
it to you. Had it been that God would take away his life when he was only 1 year in office, do you know how many persons that would have been alive today? Are you seeing where I'm going now? Had it been that Buhari died first 6 months in office in that 2015, do you know how many persons that would have been alive today? Do you know how many children that would have been alive today? Do you know how many graduates that would be alive today that Buhari massacred through his military, through his police? Those that were recruited, trying to defend life and property, you unleash them to innocent citizens carrying flag, singing national anthem at Lekki Toll Gate. He was a curse to this country. And if you watch in one platform I belong, when I got, I said, it's a belated death, if actually he has never died. I never regret it, and I maintain it, and I continue to maintain it.
What policies did the late president bring into the affairs of Nigerians that you feel was counterproductive to the unity of the country and then the growth of the country?
Let me get the
The policies that were brought about during the administration of the late president, which you feel were counterproductive and then were not good for the general success of Nigeria.
Clamping down protests. You don't protest during Buhari's regime. That's the policy. You don't protest. He will ask you to go and get clearance, do this and do this thing. He will never protest. 2, he never believed in education. 3, he never believed in the rule of law. 4, he is a tribalistic and religious bigot who never liked any other person that is not the same with his religion, including his vice. He hates anything progressive. He never liked anything that is good. I hope that you let anybody come and challenge me and I'll prove it. How do I prove it? When you took over power, you came with change. We felt that Jonathan's government, there was a lot of corruption. Jonathan allowed that government to be looted through the arms deal, the Sukigate, what's the name? What's this fraud star, that woman that headed NPC? Designer was looting money.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly, he has run away. He has run away. It's not presumed innocent. When you are presumed innocent, is that when you say that Maxwell, police is looking for you. Which police station? You tell me, Apple police station. I will drive to that place. Maxwell, they say that when you are in postcard studio at this institute, I write my statement. I never see anything. I hear them saying investigation will continue. Immediately I ran away. If I hear that police are looking for me, I've convicted myself. That is the position. Now, we said, now that it's like this, can we get somebody who can fight corruption? And we were deceived. I was very smart in 1984, when he removed the government. So we are deceived that if we can get somebody that can fight corruption, we'll get it right. We don't know that we are going to use fuel to quench fire.
So you believe that his emergence in 2015 was a mistake?
Yes.
Even though that was more like a historic election.
Yes.
Because for the first time in the history of Nigeria, we saw someone coming in and overthrowing, defeating an incumbent president.
Yes. And I continue to ask God for forgiveness. I continue to ask Nigeria for forgiveness.
Because you participated in that election.
Yes. For thinking that, because what was happening in that government of Jonathan, I need a workable Nigeria. I want Nigeria to function.
Do you not also feel like you may have also misunderstood his leadership style?
Then, I just like as I told you, from what people told us about him, I heard them say, we said, okay, let us try somebody that can fight corruption. I don't know that this man is a chameleon.
He rode on that umbrella to fight corruption. However, if he was so much of a bad person, Nigeria also had another chance to correct their mistake in 2019. 2019 came.
There was an election now. We
How?
voted. There was an election. It was rigged. 2020, since 2019, from that since 2019 up to now, we have not had any good election now. We remember that election during Obasanjo, since we have Democrats who have been winning election, everybody know that one. But the way since 2019 till now, I thought, are you not in Nigeria? The worst of it is that 2023. That 2023, I don't know how Professor Mahmoud will go and sleep seeing Nigeria like this. Because most of the times I ask myself, do they have family? Do they have children? I've seen most of the times, sometimes my wife said, no, you can't do this thing. You cannot. Don't do that thing. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. There are some decisions you want to take. You have to say no. How can you? Nigerians needed change. They voted for somebody who you know, except you are not ready to take. Where is their conscience, for goodness sake? Where's their conscience? There are some things I cannot do as I am now. Most of the time, some people say, I don't know what is even making Maxwell to do like this. I say, I'm okay. I'm okay. I thank God for my life.
But the power of every nation lies in whose hands?
No, the power of every nation lies in the people. But now, when you watch the people of Nigeria, my dear sister, these people have destroyed. You see, I don't know how to explain it to you. They have weaponized Nigerians that if you need 100 persons now to come and demonstrate for you, you don't need to go much. In the next, the only thing you have your money. If you have money, you recruit people that never went to school. Immediately they deliver them. By 5 years, you have started working in the bush. you started living like animal all your life. And these are the persons that small time you start doing merwa, from merwa, you start doing mebaru, you start riding okada.
Okay, Barrister, we would look at the other part of Buhari's legacy when we return from this break.
It's my pleasure.
At LJE Nigeria, we are committed to ensuring justice, equality, and accountability. Reporting a violation helps us to protect rights and uphold transparency. In this short guide, we'll walk you through how to report a violation on our website. Simply start by visiting our website at www.ljenigeria.org. From the home page, locate the Report a Violation option in the main menu at the top. Once you're on the Report a Violation page, you'll be prompted to select the type of violation you are reporting. This helps us categorize your report for faster and more effective handling. Next, fill in your details. It is essential to provide accurate and clear information so that we can follow up effectively. Once you have completed the form, simply click Submit. You'll receive a confirmation message that your report has been successfully submitted. Your report will be reviewed by a dedicated team of experts and will treat all reports with the utmost confidentiality and work diligently to ensure a thorough investigation. If you have any question or need assistance during the reporting process, please don't hesitate to reach out to us through our contact page. Together, we can make a difference. Visit www.ljenigeria.org to report any violation and join us in upholding justice and accountability.
We're still talking about the legacy of the late President Muhammadu Buhari, his time in office, the lessons for future leaders, and perhaps, maybe or not, his style of leadership was not well understood by Nigerians. My guest is still in the studio, Dr. Maxwell Okwara. Well, Dr. Maxwell, before we went on that break, you were, concluding your thoughts on what many people would have perceived that Buhari, the late Buhari, did not do right. But however, there are still some school of thought who say that in the first time in 22 years, Northern Nigeria may have to grapple or perhaps struggle with finding another rallying point. Because for many persons, Buhari was more like the tipping stone or the rallying point for more than half of inhabitants in northern Nigeria. But now he's gone. Wouldn't it be a struggle to unify northern Nigeria, get the kind of bulk votes we get from northern Nigeria, and for that formation of what is perceived as a unified voice coming from that area?
On a very serious note, my people of northern Nigeria, I feel for them. What I feel for them is that majority of the youths are not educated. That's the simple truth. The majority, I mean majority, and majority are still not educated. So, and their leaders are not helping matters. So that's why, thank God that you give me this platform. When somebody say me that the northerners, they love themselves, I say no, the northerners, they don't love themselves. Because what makes you to love somebody, your own brother, is not giving the person arms. It's not giving the person. You will see, that's why the people of the Southeast, that's why any place they go, they be as if they want to survive. Because the people of the Southeast, when somebody travels to Germany, he's not thinking about the motor is going to shift. He's not thinking about the house is going to build. What he's thinking about his brother is bringing to Germany. If you go to America, the same thing. That is a competition. Now, if you go to something like Aba, Onitsha, all these big markets in the Southeast, what makes you a big man is that how many millionaires have you made in this market? That's so that's why when you see people like from Anambra, from Suka, from Olo, and what have you, you see them, they empower people. That's why you get people that are educated. Do you know that immediately after the war, some people lost it? Now, what do? They did not allow that war to affect them. They started empowering themselves academically. And that's why whatever thing that you do today, you have been with power for how many years? Then check those that are moving and those that are down. Are you them saying? Now, had it been that the people of the North, the leaders equipped their people, empowered them with education, they'll be able to answer questions. And somebody told me, which I believe, that they decided to do that so that they will have people that they will use to fight during politics. I don't know whether you hear what I'm saying, because if you want to recruit, you can easily recruit people who are ready to kill, who are ready to fight from the North than any other region of this country. Yes, that is a negative. Not come here to
That's strange to hear.
No, it's not strange. It's not strange. Ask anybody who are you know what I'm saying. That's strange. That's why when they are talking about, you hardly see anybody from the southeast where I come from to come and demonstrate. Immediately you play ordinary knockout, everybody will run. Because when you remember your certificate, you remember what you believe that this country will be good. But they are ready to fight and fight it right. Most of the times when they fight, they don't even know what they're fighting. Now, the people of the North, the leaders, that's why I told you that I don't like the leaders. You can't tell me that a place like Niger State that produced two heads of state. When they're talking about two military heads of state, Babangida was the only person ruling. There is no Senate president. There is no House of Rep speaker. If you want to share this in local government, you just wake up. I give you local government. It becomes a law. Or I give you state. The center with Abu Salami. Yet today, if you go to Mina, by 10 o'clock, you see somebody, 5-year-old child, 7-year-old child, carrying a rubber, begging during school hour. Is that not a cause? Right. Whereas when Jonathan came, Jonathan started working to eradicate through Alamajiri School. Are you seeing the listen? A place like Kano, where Abacha came from, are you supposed to see uneducated people? Where you have everything, you have all the whole resources. You ask yourself, what are these people using it to do? That opportunity given to them. When Awo was a leader, Awo never become a president. I think he was a minister for education or something like that. He empowered the Yorubas. He empowered them, and the thing is still working for them today. There are some, I doubt whether there is any family who go in Yoruba land that will not see a professor. Yes, that's what we call empowerment. Now, when you are talking about the legacy, I got to ask you, what legacy? Legacy. I'm not here to boast. I was trained by as a lawyer in my family. But in less than 15 years of me being a lawyer, I produced 2 lawyers for my own family. Are you know what I'm saying? That is to say, I have left a legacy. Back to what we are talking about. The Northerners cannot be crying for power. The one they have, what do they do with it? I can go on and on and on. I don't want to start mentioning them, so let it not be as if that one is taking it personal. You should ask yourself a question. When you are a councillor, what did you do that to demand that people should give you a local government chairman?
Is it not also right to say that the formation of the APC from the onset and ahead of the 2015 election also impeded the success of President Buhari? And here is why. Now, you know, APC is more like a formed party where different groups came together from the CPC and several other groups coming together to form what became APC. But the largest number of this formation came from CPC. And then you had the late Buhari, who had for several times tried to earn that leadership position, to have another time or chance to govern Nigeria. And then it appeared as though, you know, he was handpicked and then helped to presidency. But during that time, there were some pockets of issues within the APC, which eventually manifested when Buhari's tenure ended in May 2023. And that came with the major cracks between the allies of the President Buhari and then the allies of the now President Bola Tinubu. Do you not think that also militated against some of his decision policies, or perhaps he was kind of painted badly to the people from the same party he belonged?
I don't believe that. I don't believe in excuses, for goodness sake. Because anybody who doesn't, they say the bad workman always quarrel with his tools. Anybody who don't have power to fight will always say that his brother find trouble. Listen, let me tell you, my dear sister, there is no excuse for failure, especially when you are the president. What is Buhari looking for? Just tell me the reason why you should fail. Tell me the reason. You have a Senate president, Ahmed Lawal, who said that he's ready to do anything the president asks him to do. You have a speaker who is ready to work with you. Anything. What is that you are looking for? That you cannot tell somebody you are not doing well. That you cannot say, why is these people agitating, protesting? I thought, since you have a cool-headed, well-organized vice, do you mess him up by making him to be going to market, to be sharing money, professor, a professor of law? Say, please, can you tell me how to address this issue? NSAS protest. Nobody should attack them. That should be the message. Guide them, provide for them. We must know their reason. We must address the issue. What is that? They say that they don't have a leader. What are they? They have given you what they want. Can you allow me to start implementing them? Which one? NSAS are banned NSAS. They said the IG of police, you suspend the inspector of police, suspend the appoint an acting one. Democrats listening here. But when you begin to address all those issues, IPOB and the Kalo agitating, what are they agitating? That we are being marginalized. And if you cannot address this issue of marginalization, can you allow us to be on our own? Where is that I'm marginalizing? In the security outfit. Nobody from.
So the issue is the proscription of some of these groups that came to. But at that point, it was believed that he was doing that to save the country.
Madam Chikodi, you are a mother. When you have children, and the one of them, in fact, when you have these children, probably 3 boys and 3 girls, and you have, not you, the person have one armed robber, a boy, the other girl, a prostitute. It should not come from you. You should not be the person to say that, my children, this one is a prostitute, this one is an armed robber. If you're a good mother, you should be working towards making all those ones that are complaining, those ones that are misbehaving, try to revive them, try to rehabilitate them, try to make them live like a human being. Because immediately you say that this my daughter is a prostitute, he has affected other female ones. You may not understand. You will hardly see somebody that will come to that family to come and marry the other ones that are good. If you say that this one is an armed robber, number one, Boko Haram, a terrorist, you have destroyed other boys, even those ones that are quiet. I hear them say because it's coming from their mother, it's coming from their parents. You don't declare, especially when your son is agitating, that it can't happen there. It can't happen there. Chike has finished his OND. You asked him to go for direct entry in the university. He went to direct entry and had his PS, come back from new service. You asked him that he should proceed for masters. Whereas my very self, I have secured jump. It won't happen here, except you are not my father. And he said that, no, I will agitate in this house. You people cannot be doing me this thing. Someone that has first degree, why not let me have ordinary OND? Is it a bad something? And you now said, since you are doing this, you are armed robber, you are a this, you ask police, come on, this my son is an armed robber. Please, court convict him as an armed robber. They convicted the boy, sentenced the boy, and declared the boy an armed robber.
Could it also be that he'd never had good advisors?
He had the Igbos. Buhari hate the Igbos with passion.
That was an outright statement.
Yes, it is life. True confirmed. By his conduct, it has been confirmed. Buhari never liked the Igbos. I don't want to tell you what he did during the war. That one is war. I'm talking about the one I'm witnessing. Give me about army research. I will give you. If you give me, I will write over 60 pages telling you, giving you facts to establish that Buhari hates the Igbos. Buhari hates anybody that is not a Muslim. He's a fanatic. And that was one of the things that affected him as a person. That was the thing that affected him in the leadership, which also affected Nigeria as a country.
Now, looking at it within this, within 2015 and now, it is understood that Buhari left office in 2023, for instance, and then the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, took over. But for some Nigerians, the Buhari's administration is way more preferred than what we have now. So what went wrong? So if the same Buhari was a bad leader, how is it that many Nigerians still believe that he is even way better than what we are experiencing?
My dear sister, Buhari said that we'll miss him. He said that.
Jonathan also made same statement.
I don't say. So I don't know. I've been asking God, if there is any sin that we committed, please forgive us. I'm asking God in Imo State, where I come from. Since 1999, we never get a good governor. One. From Achiku Denwa to Hakim to Rojas to making head who stayed for 6 months. Though we cannot judge him because of that 6 months, because his matter was still in court. To this president, we never. So likewise, we in Nigeria, when Obasanjo came, we said this man was removing governors through what do you call it, state of emergency, rigging election, attacking opponents. You know, when Jonathan Yaradua started trying to stabilize all those things by his conduct, electoral reform, Niger Delta, trying to see how we can address all those things that are giving all this trouble. That couldn't allow the man. Jonathan came. He was doing, you know, that time now they say when you marry 2 wives, you know the better one. So at least he has a listener here. If he says something, he will hide them saying. So we said, no, we need somebody that will give us. That's how we run into Buhari. I am saying. Now, Tinubu came. People said, he said, anyway, personally, as a student, I work with him as an activist. Talking about Bola Tinubu. I voted against him, but because of his attitude during Buhari's regime, because of what APC did to this country, I voted against him, I campaigned against him, because I believe that P2B will be the best. I left APC and worked for Labour Party. So before he marched, I think I have been vindicated by not voting for him. Look at where we are today. Look at where we are today. I think it was yesterday they said that economy of Nigeria. I asked myself, I was asking myself, my wife last night when I was asking my wife, these people, what are they taking Nigeria for? Economy in Nigeria is how many trillion? You people that are journalists. Somebody is dying. Go to National Hospital for you to get a doctor there. Kubwa General Hospital, and I was told that a particular department in Lagos State University Hospital has collapsed as a result of no doctor. Any doctor that you see in Nigeria here now, any doctor you see working in any FMC, Jabi, and all what have you, is waiting for his paper. Either his paper has not come out, or he has something serious that is tying him down, that he don't want to leave the family or something. Because there is not attractive, and they are not doing anything about it. Lecturers are leaving. I'm not even talking about lawyers. Youth are moving out. I think it was day before yesterday when I was at Arise, I was telling them, a boy called me from my village. Sir, please, I was able to send 2.5 million naira. I know that you can do it. Can you use this money to help me to leave this country? I said, why not use 2.5 million naira to start business? He said, I don't want to stay in this country. I said, if you go there, what will you be doing? He said, I will survive, even if it's Ebola, even if it's clean, even if it's washing the mortuary. I said, the 2.5 million naira you have can't even buy a ticket, not talk about
preparing your documents. Cool down. Just relax. Continue with that thing you're doing. Just if you know that you misuse the money, bring it. I'll keep it for you. Don't misuse it. I will tell you the business will enter. You will join. You don't want to listen to that. That's the kind of country we have. And people don't understand. You are now telling you stay in the television because your children are schooling in Canada, UK, and America. And we have 3 trillion. Why not bring your children here? Let them come and school. Bring them here, put them in Apu LJE secondary primary school, in a government secondary school. Put them there now.
So apparently between Tinubu and the late Buhari, there hasn't been any much difference? Or?
Yes, the more difference is that dollar was when Buhari was there?
167 or thereabout.
Or thereabout. Now Tinubu is 1,006 something. So
apparently it could be, it's safe to say that under Buhari, the economy was a bit more stabilized.
Yes.
So despite all the wrongs he has done, there are some few things that he did right.
They told Dog that the party is happening in your compound. He said never see bone for ground. So for me to this is the worst government, of course, you know. Since 1999, this government is the worst. The worst government in all aspects. Any area you are looking at it. Is it insecurity? Is it inflation rate? Is it unemployment rate? Is it killing? In this country, I say so. I don't know tomorrow now if Tinubu leave, people will start. Most of the times I ask myself, these guys that are coming to television to defend these people, I can't do this job on them. I can't do this job. These people are doing a dirty. How can you come to television and risking your life? Tell people that is doing well. This is the best government. Look at the economy is moving. This blah, blah, blah. When you get, they started attacking you. In a country that I and you, our children are growing. Even if you are going to America, even if you are going to be, if you like, change your green, get green color from green color, get a blue color, get card blue. You are a Nigerian, you are an African. You will never be an American. You will never. If you like, twist your tongue, speak more than them, you can never be them.
But wrapping up this conversation, what are the things that you feel that Nigerians could learn from the life or the time, the stewardship of the late president?
The thing they should learn is that you should learn not to be wicked. You should learn not to be fanatic. You should learn not to kill people that you are governed. You should learn that whatever thing that you are doing today, you will reap it tomorrow. You should learn that it is not good to have evil mind. Because I continue to say it. You check out the people that I was in Afaruku Mwaya. People that are carrying a flag. Biafra. And they use Operation Python dance. Kill all of them. There was one mad lady that normally say in that affair, if you are going for Nnamdi Kalu's system, do you know that the military killed that mad young lady during that Operation Python dance?
The mentally stable woman was also affected in the so apparently for you, it's something that should have hit the negotiation.
There was no war.
Because I know that you're part of the legal team.
There was no war. They are agitating.
I know you were part of the legal team of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
How far did that case go under Buhari? And how far has it gone under the Tinubu administration?
Yes, now the one, Buhari succeeded in making Nnamdi Kanu a billionaire. Nnamdi Kanu, I think federal government is in Nnamdi Kanu, it's up to 2 billion naira now. Yes, judgment. What Buhari cost for us. Now Kenya, their own court has given judgment in favor of Nnamdi Kanu for allowing Nnamdi Kanu to be adopted, kidnapped from their country. Nnamdi Kanu's passport is still in Kenya as we speak now. A British citizen. So these are the issues. So,
but under this current administration, has there been any leeway?
No, what is the leeway now? The leeway is that address all those issues that gave rise to this thing.
Because as of the last count, he's still held behind bars.
Yes, so it's a court.
His freedom is being encroached.
It's court. You know how the Nigerian court operates.
So apparently this current administration doesn't have any, is willing to allow the court do what they can do and also willing to abide by the rule of law.
According to them, because one, there is no charge. I may be wrong, but I don't want to go into that because the matter is in court. I'm saying, so you people that are journalists, I think you, and it's a public document, apply to have the charge, apply to have the CTC of the record of proceedings, what the federal government tendered. Apply to have the question, the record of proceedings, you read what the federal government presented as their case, and read the question they ask the so-called witnesses that came. And you don't need to have a law degree. Just take one weekend, read all of this and write the ruling. So to me, I'm saying I thank God and I pray that God will never visit Nigeria with the kind of leadership we have in the person of Muhammad Buhari again, and those that are still living. Just like as I said, imagine one policy. This government only one policy. The day he said, local government independent. Imagine how everybody, including Maxwell, we are busy clapping for Tinubu. Yet, you cannot implement it because we want to be in good time with governors because of 2027. That particular action you took, that's only thing, only one thing he has done for this country in the 2 years he has been in this in the then we are able to implement it. You see how people, I know that the son Sheyi, the wife Senator Oriemi, and the people around it, people will be sending them tests. Go and see various WhatsApp platform. Those of people said, forget about this, they will not implement it. Supreme Court has directed. Yet, some governors say that one will not happen. Nobody, the president has not called them to order. So, if Nigeria don't need much, Madam Chikode, Nigerians don't need much. Nigeria needs little, small.
Good leadership.
That's all. That's what the Nigeria need. Let them have an enabling environment. Nigerians are good people. I was told that 25% of surgeons and medical doctors who have in America are from Nigerians. What are they doing there? What are they doing there? Go to Europe in that harsh. I was in Germany, I think that was last year. Hi, by 4 a.m., I saw people. 5 a.m., saw people in the train station going to work. I was with a friend, I went to his house, I stayed there for 5 days. This guy was unable to give me 2 hours. As he's coming back from work, he's sleeping. As he's waking up, he's going to another work to survive. These guys are not happy. But the only thing that they don't have option. Whatever thing they work, they will pay them. And when they pay them, they come back here, they change it. They become, I am saying, so that's it. So nobody, this is a very, very good country. That anything you want, you see it here. We have the fertile land, we have the human resources, we have the youth who are ready to work, we have intelligent people. What is our problem? Bad leadership.
Okay, we most sincerely thank you for your time with us, Dr. Maxwell Opara, Doctor of Jurisprudence, and he is a lawyer, one of the lawyers of the Nnamdi Kanu. Of course, he is also a political and public affairs analyst. Always a pleasure having you join us. And of course, we also learned 1 or 2 things from your conversation with us, and we are looking forward to having you again. But this is where we draw the curtain on today's edition of the program. Remember that you can always be part of this conversation. All you need to do is advance this conversation on our social media platforms at LJE Nigeria, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, and as well as Facebook. Bye-bye. I'm Chikode Nakadili.